Hi everybody, how are you? This is Jaya Victoria, the Energy Queen, and today I'm going to be teaching you about a really cool concept that I've seen through my work with energy. I have the ability to see the energy world in a visual way, and one thing that I've learned about that is really, really cool and really matters for your life, by the way, is spiritual technologies. So let's talk about spiritual technologies. So what is a spiritual technology? Why are those two words together? What does that mean? Well, you know about technology, right? In the world we live in, there's a lot of different technologies. We keep advancing the technology that we have. For example, there's always a new iPhone. There's always something new going on. We're pushing the frontier. The cool thing is that what we observe in the physical world, what we see and the changes we see happening are actually only a reflection of the immense variety of spiritual technologies that exist in the energy world. We're really, the more that we evolve, our energy goes up in frequency. And as a result, we're able to download basically new ideas, which are a reflection of the spiritual technologies that already exist in the spiritual world. And spiritual technologies are actually even more advanced than any of the technology that we know about here on Earth, because the thing about the energy world is it's not bound by the same laws that we have here. It's not bound by the physical laws. For example, in the energy world, you can be in two places at once. In the energy world, so many more things are possible that just aren't physically possible in the physical world that we live in. But that's why, Apple and a lot of the things that are coming to, into our reality here on Earth feel a little bit spiritual. They almost feel a little bit like there's a spiritual aspect to them, or maybe kind of spooky sometimes. Like there's something that we don't even quite understand, and there's something that feels sort of, I feel like Apple has especially that kind of aura around it. It's something kind of, it serves our lives, but there's something mysterious about it at the same time. And that's because we're actually downloading these technologies from the energy world, which has so many more that we don't even know about. But again, as our frequency goes up, as humans, as our frequency individually goes up, your individually goes up. That means the clearer your energy gets, the more you're able to actually think in higher frequency, and you're able to download higher frequency ideas that can even help you in your life. But as as a whole, humanity, as we get into higher frequencies, as the planet evolves and we evolve, we're able to download more and more, and that's why we keep seeing new advances. And so, of course, there's there's computer science and there's that kind of thing going on, but there is an element, I'm saying, of spiritual technology that I find that the technology that we have does reflect, but again, it's not as advanced. And the spiritual world, the energy world, is so full of technologies. And that's what I'm going to be telling you all about here, because they are actually right inside of you and your energy, and they create your reality. It is very, very cool. So basically what spiritual technologies are pieces of technology, but what they do specifically are they do things with energy. So they move energy in a specific way, or, you can have a spiritual or energetic mechanism that does a specific thing. And an example of spiritual technology is actually what we call feminine energy. Feminine energy has the ability to protect you. It's like a shield. And I've seen that the technology that it is basically protecting you against negative energy. When your feminine energy is on, and the weird thing about this too is that feminine energy is very similar to Wi-Fi, meaning that when your feminine energy is connected, you will be able to receive messages, right? Doesn't that sound familiar to our technology? And you receive them from the energy world. You receive them from even like your intuition. You're able to know what to do and how to solve problems and how to, go about fixing things in your life when your feminine energy is connected. And it's like Wi-Fi. It's like, is it on? Is it off? It's not really an in-between. It's like either on or off. And when it's on, you can receive more messages. And so that's an example right there of spiritual technology that we have translated into like computer technology or physical technology, where we have something called Wi-Fi. And when you have Wi-Fi, for example, you can receive and send messages. same with feminine energy. So I'm actually going to draw feminine energy for you. Feminine energy is fascinating. And if you want to know more about how to turn on your feminine energy, that Wi-Fi connection, I will link a video in the description. But basically, feminine energy, let's say that this is you. I'll draw like a person. And then when your feminine energy is turned on, it basically becomes like a force field all around you. And this is really cool because it's from and within your own spirit, like your own, this is a spiritual technology that is within you. So, and it's especially important for women if you identify as a woman. So when your feminine energy is turned on, it creates a force field that actually will protect you against negative energies. And the negative energies can actually look like this. I've seen this with my eyes. It really does happen. So negative energies will literally come at you, trying to get inside of you, and it will be like a reaction like that repels the negative energy out. The feminine energy is literally like a force field. As a technology, it keeps your energy clear. And this is why a lot of women with a lot of feminine energy especially are able to keep thriving. Their energy seems to keep going up. Their frequency seems to keep going up. Their lives seem to keep getting better. They don't really seem to ever be fully brought down by anything or taken out by anything that happens. And believe it or not, the Kardashians are a good example of this. Because the whole family lives in a culture of valuing feminine energy. So they're constantly having their feminine energy turned on, and you can see the results of that are positive in their lives. Are they perfect people? Not necessarily, but I'm saying that this can actually help keep your energy clear. And when your energy is clearer, what happens is your reality becomes more positive, because your reality literally reflects the energies or the frequencies that are inside of you. So for example, as a Kardashian, but again, anyone can do this, have more feminine energy. And what it will do is it will protect you from any new negative energies trying to get in. So in general, you have more clear energy, and that means that you have more of what seems positive to you happening in your life. So that's why you see a lot of positive things happening for them. That's one reason. Of course, there's hard work and all those things, but energetically, your energy creates 50% of your reality. The other 50% is the masculine, which is the physical world and your action taking and the work you do. But if you don't have the feminine aspect, you can do a lot of hard work and not get the same level of results. So that's why I'm saying something like this really matters. And you can see that your feminine is a really cool and important spiritual technology that is inside of you. So that's just one example, but there are so many different aspects and different types of spiritual technologies. I'm just getting, I think, a glimpse of what's out there. And another thing I want to talk about that's really important is the concept of negative spiritual technologies, because just like the feminine is, I'm stuttering because I'm excited talking about this. The feminine is a positive version. So there are many positive versions, positive spiritual technologies that do really cool different things in the energy world. But one thing that I really wanted to touch on here is negative spiritual technologies, because what these basically are what we would call like bugs in the computer system, or like, that's literally what we call them, like bugs, things that mess up the way that things are supposed to work. And so you can have those inside of your energy, and they literally look like bugs. I have found a lot of these. So in my sessions, I clear negative energy. I'm going to be telling you a bit more about that, but I'm just kind of going to draw one for you right now and kind of channel things that I've been seeing. I see these in clients. I have seen these in my own energy, and it's going to look kind of weird at first, but I'll explain. So something like this, it looks like a virus. That's another word we use in computers and technology lingo. But it's like a virus or like a bug, and they can have even like mouths, and they can like kind of do like nasty things. And basically, so what these do is they mess up the origin of your spirit. Like your spirit is full of, you are a spiritual technology actually yourself. Like you can do something that no one else can do. You're a unique piece of spiritual technology actually. Like you can Like, that's why we all kind of feel like we have gifts, or we know that we have spiritual gifts, because that's literally our identity. Everybody has a different, like, you're a different piece of spiritual technology. You can do something that no other spirit can do the way that you can do it. So with these kind of things, what they do is they're in your system, they're temporarily in your system, they're not personal to you. And what they do is they mess up the original nature of the spiritual technology you are. It's just like a bug getting into a computer system. The computer is not flawed. It's just that it has a bug in it. And that's why you can get something that clears the system, right? So what I do with Energy Queen Alchemy is I help clear your system. Basically, you have things like this, and I'll explain how you know if you have things like this. And what they do is they can feed. It's like, I don't know if that's the right word, but they disrupt the natural flow of the spiritual, like the positive spiritual technology that you are. Like, they disrupt the flow of the positivity. And so basically, when you're looking for healing in any aspect of your life, what you're looking for is not actually to be necessarily healed, it's to be restored to your original nature. And so you have to ask the question, how do I get restored to my original nature? Think of yourself like a piece of technology, like a computer. How do you restore a computer, for example, to its original nature? Well, you have to clear the bugs. You have to clear the bugs in the system, because on its own, it can run smoothly. Also, another really important analogy here is the concept of upgrading. We upgrade technology, we upgrade the apps, we upgrade. It's the same with your energy. Your energy and your frequency can upgrade, and often is upgrading. So if you ever feel like you're becoming the new version of yourself, it's just like the new version of an iPhone, that's real. You actually can upgrade. And one secret about the positive energy, and you know, positive energy in general, is that it is unlimited. There will never be a limit to how far you can go. So it's really important during your lifetime, because you do have a limited time on this earth, that you start to use it well, and you upgrade as much as possible, so that you can bring as many of your gifts into the world as possible with the time that you have. Because if you're going fast, you're going to become like the best version of yourself, right? But if you're going slow, it's like, well, you're not doing all the things that you could do. That's why it's actually urgent to get rid of things like this, so that you can be all that you can be while you're here on earth. Okay? It's important. So let's talk about these. How do you know you have something like this? You're not going to like be able to look and find it right now necessarily, right? Even with me, I have to go into a deep state of, my work is called Energy Queen Alchemy, and I have to be in a very deep state to start to see things like this. And they're upsetting, I'll tell you. I don't like seeing them. I love clearing them though, because they're just not pretty. And it upsets me too. One reason I wanted to do this video is that people don't know that they're in them. And if you knew what they looked like, if you knew what was in you, like, you wouldn't hesitate for a moment to get your energy cleared. Like, it's like, we need to talk about these things because they're real, and because they don't want to get cleared, so they don't want you to have this information. So that motivates me even more. So anyway, but all I'm saying is, it's not like a physical thing. If you were bleeding, like, you would get someone to fix that. But these are just as urgent, but you don't necessarily feel like they're urgent all the time, because you can't see what it is. But if you could, you would, yeah, trust me. So how do you know that these are in you? There are a myriad of symptoms, but one of the most important symptoms is that you will feel discomfort in your physical body. Do you feel tension? Do you feel discomfort? Do you feel like pain even? Or it's just sort of like a general tension, feeling like, I feel like my body's supposed to move like this, but like, I literally can't. And we can become so accustomed to, I'll put this here because I don't want to look at it anymore, but I'm sure you don't either. But we can become so accustomed to living in a state of tension and fear, and that reflects that's not just in our energy, that's in your physical body. That's why I think it's really important to do things like have massages, and especially something I love and that I've been trained in is reflexology, because this is about literally getting rid of tension in certain areas of your body that can impact your organs and can impact the energy flow, your health in general. And so if you're storing tension and discomfort, like, that's a major red flag that there is something going on in your energy, because what is going on in your energy does reflect in your physical cells. And your body and your energy are very intertwined, interconnected. And so that's why I wouldn't recommend just getting reflexology or just getting massage, because what will happen is you can smooth something out or get rid of some energy or tension. Or I mean, like, you can get rid of the, yeah, like the, that's what I mean by energy, not like your energy, but like the muscle contraction. But what can happen is it can contract again, because the cause beneath the contraction in the first place, the tension, is something like this. Because when things like this that are negative are in you, what happens is they don't just disrupt the spiritual technology or your energy. What they disrupt is your body, because healthy energy equals a healthy body. Without your energy, your body is just a mass. It's lifeless. Whatever's going on in your body is telling you something about what's going on in your energy, because that's what animates it and creates it. So if you have tension, for example, in your body, it is so likely something like this, because when negative energy is within you, it will cause, what it is fear. And what it causes in your cells, the reaction, is contraction, because that's fear. So it messes up energy flow even in your cells. So discomfort in your body is a big indicator. I find a lot of these are in places where I have held a lot of tension in my body, and I'll find one of these and I'll dissolve it instantly, and I will feel my cells and my muscles literally releasing right away in that moment. So it's very real. Um, Energy Queen Alchemy, I'll explain again more what that is when I tell you more about the other symptoms, but it is something that is something I consider very physical, because you can feel literally tingling in your body. You can feel the blood flow increasing, for example, to your brain if I'm working on that area. Your health and your energy is so interconnected. And I actually had chronic Lyme disease for many years, and I don't take anything for that, because that's how real this connection is. I I know that there's an energetic cause, so I've been working on that, and that has made a big difference. So, and I don't even have to take anything for it now. So basically, and I've treated a lot of physical problems in people: back pain, Hashimoto's, lots and lots of different illnesses and things like that. And I believe that there is an energetic component to a lot of the things that are going on physically. So anyway, something to look into if you have been trying a lot of things and not getting the results you want. I would recommend, booking a free consult with me, and that link is in the description. So anyway, symptoms, that's one way that you can know something like this is inside of you. Another way is patterns. What they do is they disrupt in a specific way, just like a bug in a computer system would be like disrupting a specific thing from happening. So that's why, for example, if you're having blocks with wealth or with love, and it's like, no matter how much I learn, I know a lot of people are very well versed in a lot of concepts, and you've been reading books for years and learning and learning and learning. And even here on YouTube, you're learning and learning and learning. But like, then why are there still blocks in your life? Like, why do you still have this thing that you can't, the pattern that you can't break? Well, if it's inside of you and it's something like this, that makes sense all of a sudden, right? It's like, I can learn and learn and learn, but if I've got like the bug in the system, then it's going to keep causing the same outside problem in my life, right? So that's one way. Also, you could call that a block. It like blocks the natural flow of what's supposed to happen, with your energy, the spiritual technology, the thing that you're supposed to be doing. And by the way, that's something that I really try to emphasize with everybody I work with, is like, we're not here just to clear your energy, okay? We are here to get like you doing the thing that you're here to do. Like, it's like every day that you wait and you aren't doing that thing, it's like, well, that's what you're here to do. So it's like, let's think about that. Like, why do you want to get your energy cleared? Like, what's the purpose? And triggers is another word you could use for something like this. That could definitely be something like this that gets triggered because it happens again and again. It's like still there, still there. And not being able to generally just overcome things that year after year just aren't changing. It's like the same again with a bug in a computer system or a problem with, an iPhone or something. It's like, you can wait 10 years and it will still be there unless you do something about it. So that's why with your energy, it's the same. And I'll be honest, I talked to a lot of people about what they've gone through in the past 5 years of my business, thousands of people. And a pattern that I do notice is that some people still believe the lie that time will fix things like this. And I'm here to tell you it's exactly like leaving a virus on your computer. Time won't fix it necessarily at all. You have to do something about it. And that's why it's important to get these things cleared. So, what I do with Energy Queen Alchemy, and I know not everybody is open to hearing about like something that you have to pay for or whatever, but listen, this would be like me being a doctor and not telling you that I can help you. Like, it just doesn't make sense for me not to like talk about what I do. Though I'm happy to do lots of free education. Like, it's just like, why not provide the solution for anybody who is interested? And this will also give you more insight that you can learn from. So what I do with Energy Queen Alchemy is I dissolve things like this, and it is this fast. Like, it is this fast. Okay, so you imagine all those things that you were going through, and then all of a sudden it's like gone. And this is something real that my clients experience. I was just talking to a client today that was going through like a pattern with love in her love life, and I worked with her a lot recently, and she messaged me today and she's like, I'm in a totally new place. Even with the same person, he messaged me and he wanted to meet in a new place, and it's so much fresh energy, so much newness, and there's like new potential all of a sudden that literally wasn't there. And she booked with me because she had been going through years and years and nothing was changing, and she was like, I gotta like do something about this. It's kind of like the final straw, the last chance. And she just messaged me, and that's her life now. It's in a different place. So that's how real the effects can be of clearing things like this, and that's how much they can affect you when they're inside of you. And so it's like, ask yourself, what is the change I want, and how can I create that? And getting rid of these is really, really important. And it's not just one of them that can be in you. It can be several. They can be large, they can be small, there can be networks. I've seen things like, I'll just draw something really quick. Like, the negative spiritual technologies can be like this. Like, it can be like, let's say, like a lot of people store tension in their spine. It could be like something in your spine that I find, and it looks like that. And so I have to go in and like literally dissolve it. And it happens that fast. And so how do I dissolve them that fast? Well, this is a really cool method that God basically taught me. And that's just the truth. He trained me in the art of dissolving negative energy instantly. And what I do is I take a positive energy in the energy world and I combine it with the negative energy, because when you do that, the law is that the negative energy will dissolve. Negative and positive can't be in the same space physically, and that's the alchemy aspect of what I do. So it's like I bring in a positive energy in contact with something like I just showed you, and what will happen as a result is it will instantly dissolve. That is just what happens. And it's incredible because it's so fast, and you can get things taken care of that you might have been dealing with for your whole life or for lifetimes, and all of a sudden it's just not there, and you're able to feel that freedom. And it really is that real and that fast. And the funny part about it is that you might be like, that sounds too good to be true, but the truth is, it surprises me every time how normal that state is for people. It's like, I'm just restoring you to your normal, to what's actually normal for you. So it's funny to me how people are just sort of like, oh, like, yeah, it's gone, but like, oh, I just feel normal. Like, this is like what I'm supposed to feel like. This is what my actual normal is. So it's basically restoring you to your normal, the normal spiritual technology that you are. And so what I do is I bring a positive frequency into direct contact with a negative frequency. And as I do that, it will dissolve. And your energy has so many layers that's why it takes sometimes a bit of time and, several sessions to get some actual work done. I've had clients for months, for years. Sometimes people do one, some people do three. It really depends on your goal and what the results are that you want to experience from the sessions. And it's basically like with anything else, you can either just sort of have a hit and sort of emergency, like, let's take care of this thing, or you can do ongoing work to generally keep your energy clear, which is going to always be really good for you and your health and your mental health and everything. Clear energy, remember, is just your original state. So it's like, how can you have more of that? And I actually created a new program, I'll just say, called 30 Clear. That is 30 days of videos that you can watch just 5 minutes a day that contain Energy Queen alchemy. And it works because it works through frequency, and all I had to do was record an audio while I did the session. And it can be brought to you through those videos. So you just have to watch a 5-minute video a day. And the first day I'm giving for free as a sample here on YouTube. So I'll link that as well in the description. You can check out 30 Clear. It's just 5 minutes and you can feel the EQA starting to work in your energy. That video is working on your root chakra, and you will feel it like just tingling, and you'll feel your cells sort of like coming alive and letting go. And imagine 30 days of that, and every session is different. I'm working up your chakra system. And by the end of 30 days, like the beginning of 2025, you're going to feel like a different person. It's like a literal cleanse of, a sweep of the bugs in the system. So that's a really awesome option too. If you're interested in that, let me know. My email in the comments or in the description. But basically, I wanted to tell you about like EQA because it is a really big deal. It is something new and different, I believe. The more that I kind of watch what everyone else is doing on the internet and with different healers and stuff, I'm realizing like this is really intensely unique, and like there is nothing like this out there, and it is so practical. It's like a facial or a cleanse for your soul, or doing soul laundry. That's actually the name of some sessions that I'm offering one-on-one right now. And so there's lots of options to access EQA, and I even teach it. And that program is starting in January, and the early bird pricing is until December 15th. So there's a lot of different ways to get clear energy. I try to come up with as many as possible so that you have a lot of different options at different price points for different needs. And some people, like I said, need a lot of work for the result that they're looking for. I love doing long-term work. I think it's so awesome because you can get really intense, big changes, and I offer like year-long packages for that. But also some people just want a session, or they want to just, kind of get something cleared, maybe a few sessions that they need, to see that change in their life. And then it literally upgrades you so that now you just get to be there. It's like upgrading your phone. Well, now your phone is just going to be upgraded. And that's a beautiful thing. That's incredible. And I've had clients recently who have gotten that kind of upgrade, and it's just like, yeah, that's awesome. I'm so happy that happened. And yeah, if you're interested in testimonials or anything like that, you can contact me, or I also posted a few on my channel here you can find. But basically, I wanted to go back to EQA and how magical it is, how real it is. And I'm even going to give you a little sample right now because I want you to feel the frequency change that I'm talking about. So basically, when I teach EQA, I teach, energy is, the whole language of the energy world is based on beliefs. And so it really depends on your beliefs, what your tools with EQA will be, like the positive energy tools that you use. That's what I teach in energy school. But for me, I grew up Catholic, and I really have a strong belief in Jesus. So one of the top tools that I use in my sessions is I am literally combining the blood of Christ with the negative energy. And I believe that that has the power to dissolve any negative energy, because I believe that when he died on the cross, he literally dissolved all negative energy. And so what we deal with now is just like a shadow. It's not actually anything. Like he literally dissolved all the frequencies that are negative. And that's why that was such a big deal. So what I do is I will bring in, I'll just start to do it right now. And I'll do it with whoever's watching. Let's just intend that I'll find something in you. I'm feeling the throat chakra. It takes a lot of focus. That's the skill that you need to learn in energy school. It's like, yeah, it takes a lot of focus, but it's a skill. Okay, so I take the cells of the DNA of Christ, which is very real. The energy world is a very real place. And so I'm just going to bring them into contact with some negative energy that I'm seeing. And if you want to receive this, just say, I consent to receive this. And you can see like I'm working in a pattern right now. And usually I don't use my hands when I do this work, but I just close my eyes. But I think to demonstrate what I'm doing, I'm just showing you. So our energy is full of patterns, just like technology has many patterns in the design and the software. All right, I just got the message. That was enough. So that was just a little sample. So I hope you could feel what that was doing and how all it's doing is clearing negative energy. All it's doing is bringing a positive frequency into contact with you. And that on its own will clear anything in you that's negative. And so if you have like a specific problem in your life or in your body, what that is reflecting something negative in your energy. And so what we do with EQA sessions is I go in and I will dissolve the root of the problem. And then as I do that, you're going to start to see positive changes happen in your body and in your life. So anyway, the other cool thing I want to mention before I go is that it is like upgrading software. When you get clear energy, anytime you get clear energy, basically what happens is your frequency raises, and then what happens is you're able to download higher frequency ideas. And this can be solutions for your life, or it can literally be higher frequency spiritual technologies that come into you that are positive and are able to enhance your abilities, enhance, you know, what you do, whatever that is. It doesn't have to be spiritual work, but it can be whatever you do. Like if you're a singer, or if you're a dancer, or if you know, whatever you do, you can have literally these positive spiritual technologies come in that make you better at what you do. And so the clearer your energy is, it's not just, again, about, oh, I feel better. It's about becoming like a more updated version of yourself. And for me, because I do work with energy, what happens, I'm also a comedian, so I get better jokes. Actually, I can think better. I'm better at writing. I get, it all upgrades, and my performances get better, my timing gets better, just from clearing my energy. Also, I do a lot of work, but that matters too. That's like 50% of your results. And also, though, with my work with energy, that's why I download, in a session one time, I downloaded this whole language called Hamani that clears negative energy. And so it's like you can, when you get clear energy yourself, you can download new things to assist with your success in the world and bringing your gifts into the world and being the best that you can be. So if you're interested in receiving EQA, I highly encourage you to look at the options. I'm going to put them all in the description, and I would love to talk to you about it. I'm definitely gearing up to work with a lot more people, and the sooner the better, because sometimes I get full and the deals that are on right now are only for right now. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments, and I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.